Grand Rising Kings and Queens. You're listening to the HL and the AM. I'm sorry. It's the Morning Boney Show where we go hard from 7 to 9. By we, I mean me and my ego, because Ashley's out of town and P overslept. So, to get this joint started, let me tell y'all what's been going on over the weekend. Apparently, my favorite brother, Wendy Williams, is married. Yes, Wendy Williams is once again a married man. According to Hollywood Unlocks, Jason Lee, Williams disclosed that she is married to a man named Henry. And it's not me, but Henry is reportedly a former NYPD officer. In her conversation with Lee, Wendy didn't reveal any additional details about her marriage, but gave financial updates. Wendy reportedly no longer has access to her American Express card, but Will Selby, a good friend of hers, has been assisting her with keeping access to one of her accounts. In a separate statement, Selby denied that Wendy Williams is married. That's inaccurate. She's excited about a new relationship and probably got carried away in conversation. But Williams doubled down on the marriage claims to Lee, citing Selby sees no point in Wendy getting married. She yelled, "I'm married. I don't care who knows it. Will sees no point in me getting married, but you know what? F Will. 14 years I've known him. I've always said F him in a good way. I didn't know what podcast was. He put me on a podcast." But yeah, so basically Wendy Williams is married to a cop. And I always thought the NYPD had problems with black men. It was good to see that we're moving forward in race relations. So shout outs to Wendy Williams. I mean, her and her husband just split up like a year or two ago. But, she's married again. Or he's married again. We're still trying to figure out, we need some paperwork. I need a birth certificate. I'm like the same way Republicans asked for Obama's birth certificate. I want Wendy Williams' birth certificate. I want to see what she was assigned at birth. And now, that's something else that we should talk about, is that they're trying to get rid of gender assignments at birth. So what does that mean? That means that when your kids turn 24, 25 years old, and they meet somebody, there's going to be no way for them to say, what was your gender assigned at birth? What are you? Are you a man or a woman? It's like, we don't care. It's like, I don't know. Maybe I just want to be able to make a baby. I just know 2 XY chromosomes can't make a baby. But that's beside the point, man. Another thing that happened over the weekend, well, actually it was Friday. The man who shot Nicki Minaj's father the man that killed Nicki Minaj's father in a hit and run got a year in prison. 1 year, killing somebody in a hit and run. I think there should be harsher crimes for those types of, harsher penalties for those types of crimes. Now, the U.S. declares a state of emergency amid the monkeypox virus outbreak. And I asked a doctor when I went to go visit my sister, can the mask help prevent or prevent the transmission of monkeypox? And his honest answer was, I don't know. Maybe wear a mask, maybe wear gloves, maybe just lock yourself in a room in the back of the house and don't answer the door until your mama get home. That might be the best bet. Remember that day? Remember those days where your mama say, go home, lock the door, don't let nobody in until I get there? That might be how we get past this monkeypox virus. During a briefing Thursday, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre confirmed that the virus is spreading rapidly. She insisted the administration is working aggressively to end the outbreak as soon as possible, including the rapid dispersal of monkeypox vaccines. The virus has been spreading primarily through direct physical contact. More than 6,600 cases have been considered probable or confirmed since monkeypox first found its way into the U.S. New York is the epicenter of America's monkeypox outbreak, with the CDC saying New York has more than 1,600 cases, or nearly 1/4 of all U.S. cases. while cases have been detected in every state except Montana and Wyoming. That might be a good place to start. Go to Montana or Wyoming. If you can survive the racism, you'll be all right and you won't contract monkeypox. Now, JB Smoove has a really dope docuseries called Funny My Way. It's narrated by JB Smoove, as you know, from Real Husbands of Hollywood, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Almost Christmas. Yeah, that dude. The six-part original pays homage to 6 iconic black communities who broke barriers in the entertainment industry, talking about everyday struggles in the black community, fighting for equality while being their authentic, raw selves. It spotlights Dick Gregory, Red Fox, Moms Mabley, Flip Wilson, Rudy Wade Moore, and Paul Mooney. I haven't gone through all of it yet, but I will tell you, if you get a chance, take a look at that. It is fire. What else? What I was going to talk about? Oh, yeah. A family is mourning a 17-year-old kid that was shot and killed at a Nash County party. Nash County Sheriff's Department deputies are investigating a shooting that left a 17-year-old dead and a second person injured on Sunday. The shootings happened at a party at a home on Lonesome Pine Road in Whitakers. The sheriff got a call around 1:30 on Sunday morning concerning multiple shooters at the locations. When they got there, they found multiple vehicles at the scene with bullet holes. Melito Armstrong was shot in the chest and died. His mother, Cortelia Stevenson, said Armstrong had recently turned 17 in July, and she only quoted, "I'm not doing good." Armstrong's 16-year-old cousin, Takia Freeman, tells us that he was more like a brother to her, calling him her protector. She said, "He texted me last night. He said, 'I love you, be safe.'" Freeman describes him as funny, caring, as a funny, caring young man. So, thoughts and prayers out to his family. I know that's got to be difficult because 17 is young. 17 is real young. So, prayers and thought out to his family. We will keep you posted. Now, sad to say that we lost an icon last night that a lot of people don't know about. If you watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper, he played the coach that Mark Cooper was trying to get his job. Big, strong, swole dude. He also played Smitty in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. He was also one of the stars of Magnum P.I. He dies at 83 due to a car crash. I know you're thinking like 83, oh, he died. Nah, he didn't die of old age. He died from being injured in a car crash last week that left him paralyzed from the shoulders down and in critical condition. His daughter, Shadeja Mosley, but the way they spell it, CH-A, but it's Shadeja. I had to Google it. Mosley said Saturday on Facebook, and no further details about how the crash happened. And like I said, it's a very sad occasion. But the saddest of it was the fact that he has a daughter named CH-A, and her name is Shadeja. Let that sink in for a second. She spells her name CH-A, and that is Shadeja. Anyway, more jams. Keep it locked. Yo, thank you, Mr. White, man. Glad to have you back. Yo, so recently Hulu announced an upcoming biopic series about Mike Tyson and his life. Well, Mike Tyson, the champ, aka the champ, says is not feeling that movie. He says, "Don't let Hulu fool you. I don't support their story about my life. It's not 1822, it's 2022. They stole my life story and didn't pay me. To Hulu executives, I'm just a nigga they can sell on the auction block." Then he quoted to say, Hulu tried to desperately pay my brother Dana White millions without offering me $1 to promote their slave master takeover story about my life. He turned it down because he honors friendship and treating people with dignity. I'll never forget what he did for me, just like I'll never forget what Hulu stole from me. Then to say, Hulu stole my story, they're Goliath and I'm David, heads will roll for this. And then he says, hey Hulu, I'm not a nigga you can sell on the auction block. Hashtag slavery is over. And then he says, Hulu's model of stealing life rights to celebrities is egregiously greedy. So that's my thing. I was going to watch the movie, but I ain't going to now. Cause I with you, man. If it's your story, then you should profit from it. No one should profit from your story before you do. And that goes for a lot of things, man. It's not just Mike Tyson, but a lot of people have reportedly like lost the rights of their own life because people paid $1 for a book that they had no parts of. So good for you, Tyson, and I stand with you. So I'm advising anybody who really rocks with Tyson on that level, don't watch that Hulu movie. I know you want to. I know it seems like it's going to be a great series. But look, Mike Tyson wants no parts of it, so we shouldn't either. Oh, we got to talk about it. Is Pete Davidson okay? Apparently, after 9 months of loving and trolling, Kim K, or Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson reportedly split. They call him Keaty, or Keat, is officially done. No, they really didn't say why. Sources close to the couple told E! News that they have reportedly broken up and want to remain friends after an extremely public whirlwind romance. People reported that the reason for the couple's split was due to their busy schedules. And that's cool. My thing, though, is, or was it all just a publicity stunt? How can you really make a brother look bad than to date the corniest, goofiest looking cat that you can find? I mean, that's Pete, you know, he kind of looks like a cartoon character. He's a cool dude, though, from what I understand. And he even tatted their family's names on his body. And I don't think he's probably going to get those removed. I mean, it is nice to have proof that you was Kanye West kid's, you know, stepdaddy, kind of stepdaddy for 9 months. I mean, you know, that's bragging rights in its own right. But we knew it wasn't going to be a long-lived romance. I figured it was going to be short-lived. It seems like as soon as Kanye stopped giving a damn about him, they stopped giving a damn. Maybe this whole thing was a ploy to try to just irritate Kanye. I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm just reporting that they ain't together no more. And I'm ready to see what Pete ends up with next. I mean, he went from Ariana Grande. Now he got Kim K under his belt. I think Pete's gonna end up with Rihanna or something next. Hey, but who's to say? All I know is I'm proud of him because he got that in, and that is no easy task to do 9 months with Kim Kardashian. Wow. Also, I saw something else that was interesting. Hold on, let me pull it up. I took a screenshot of it. Oh, yeah. Nicki Minaj went at a fan on Twitter. I want to say that's, yes, on Twitter. Basically, because the fan said, you're 39. I guess Nicki Minaj is 39 years old. And she posted, people really be thinking I care. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. If you mad, you finna get way madder. Sadder. Toodles. Finna do brutal oodles and toasters. Because dude said, hey, you're 39. Like, and that's the crazy thing. She is 39 years old and that's how she's texting. Or tweeting. I guess you had to use all 150 characters. Not sure. I know one thing though. Nicki Minaj is so fine she ain't gotta be able to read. Or type or write. Like Nicki Minaj is so fine you can just be like, hey Nicki, just sit there and look pretty. Like maybe she can cook. Maybe. But hey, she's a millionaire so she ain't gotta do none of that stuff. But yeah, we already talked about old girl being married, or old boy, not sure which. And yeah, that's pretty much it on the news front. We really got we got some other stuff to talk about. We got some jams coming up right now. Y'all keep it locked. Yo, that was that revolution. Who wants a revolution? Ooh, ooh. Yo, so I learned something new every day. Today, I was years old when I learned that Eminem was ready to fight Suge at the In the Club music video shoot. In the Club by 50 Cent. So basically, Eminem was on set, and this is all from G-Unit artist Bangum Smurf. Eminem was wearing a bulletproof vest at 50 Cent's In the Club video shoot, and Suge was on set, even though he didn't formally announce that he would be there. He admitted that he was excited to meet Suge at first, but due to the beef between his crew and Suge's crew, he was prepared to kill Suge if he needed to. He said, because I already knew if I blew Suge's head off, I'm playing like I'm scared for my life, because remember, Suge had that image already. So if I knew if I killed him, I would have done like 5 years. That's nothing, and I would have been playing like I was scared for my life. Like, alright, so Smurf went on to say how Eminem came out in a bulletproof vest in case he had to fight Suge. He says that neither 50 nor Dre was outside, so Eminem might have readied himself in order to protect 50 or Dre. Another reason why Eminem is the GOAT. This dude came out knowing good and damn well he was going to take that L against 50. David versus Goliath in real human form. So shout out to Eminem for being ready to throw them hands with Suge Knight. I wouldn't have. I would have threw a rock at him. A brick. I'd have been like Craig at the end of Friday, threw that brick at Debo and then caught him with some body shots and hope for the best. But just so you know, like, this is something that has gained my attention as well. So Britney Grinder, 31-year-old American, convicted of smuggling 0.7 grams of THC into Russia on a trip to play basketball for a Russian team, was sentenced to 9 years and fined a million rubles. Audrey Lorbert, a 19-year-old American, was found guilty of smuggling 17 grams of THC into Russia while on a family vacation. Released after a 2-month detention and fined 15,000 rubles. What does that say? It's saying that if you're white, you get a little bit more justice. But this is the crazy part. While we are upset about Britney's sentence in Russia, let's also remember that Ronald Hammond is serving a 20-year sentence for possession of a $5 bag of weed. And Alan Russell is serving a life sentence for possession of 1.5 kilograms of weed, and that's right here in the United States. Let that sink in. We're talking about justice in Russia, and we're talking about, all of that, but we're still trying to see justice right here in the United States of America. So, like, the whole Britney Grinder thing, while disturbing and true, we still have our own fight right here in the borders of America. And how are we going to get justice for those brothers? A dude right now is serving 20 years for a $5 bag of weed. That dude is serving 20 years for a nick. Remember a nick? He's serving 20 years for a nick, a nickel bag. We don't even have nickel bags anymore. It's been 20 years since you could even buy a nickel bag. He should be out by now. 1.5 kilos, that's a lot of weed, but it ain't worthy of a life sentence, especially when you can buy it legally in, 7 out of the 50 states? Out of 7 out of 50 states, you can buy weed right now, but there's a brother locked up for life for having 1.5 kilos of it. 1.5 kilograms ain't that much. It's what, a pound of weed? A pound of weed give you life in jail here. And we're complaining about 9 years for 0.7. It seems like the way it is, if you black, man, don't do nothing wrong. It's like that simple. You're tasked with, you're blessed with a burden. You have to be an upstanding citizen to even just make it out the house alive, make it back to the house alive. Can't really have weed You can't have an opinion. Can't have none of that without possibly losing your life or being detained in a correctional facility for quite some time. So, like I said, my thoughts and prayers are out to Britney Grinder and her family. I understand that it's BS, but I mean, you know what Russia was like when you went over there. I'm not saying they right, I'm not saying you're wrong, just saying you got to understand your enemy. Know what you can get away with, know what you can't get away with. Stop trying to get away with stuff you know you can't get away with. I think that's like one of the biggest things that we should take from this is know that you can't get away with everything, and the things that you can't get away with can leave you in dire straits. So take care of yourself. Make sure you're doing what you got to do to make it home to your family, and bringing a little bit of weed over there. I mean, and I know hindsight is 20/20. I am quite sure if Britney Grinder knew all this was going to happen, she'll left that weed at home. But that's the lesson that she paid so that y'all know. Y'all know not to go to Russia. And if you do take your fool ass to Russia, don't bring nothing that could be considered a drug over there, because they're going to put you under the jail. They're probably nice to Britney Grinder, only giving her 9 years compared to what they would have did to us. Anyway, more jams. Keep it locked. Yo, and that is that I Like That by T-Pain. We got to get up out of here, but before I go, I got to tell y'all, make sure to be petty. If you don't know what that means, look up Kanye West. He recently just posted, and that's the definition of petty. Kanye just posted Skeet Davidson dead at 28. He ain't dead, y'all, but his relationship is. But that's the level of petty that I want y'all to aspire to do today. As you know, it's that time for me to get up out of here. So remember to strike first, strike hard, no mercy. We out.